Welcome back to Superbly Said, Advanced English Vocabulary and Phrases.
Today's collection comes directly from a SpeakDuo lesson, and if you want to meet people globally to practice these idioms on, video calls, to build your confidence, you should head to SpeakDuo.com.
This session is designed for advanced learners, so let's just dive right in. We'll start with language for decision-making and business strategy.
Okay.
And our first phrase is to stick with.
To stick with. Right. So on the surface, the definition is pretty simple. You continue doing something, you don't change, even if there's, some doubt.
But just saying continue feels a little flat, doesn't it? It sort of misses the grit of the phrase.
It really does. I mean, you continue doing something because it's easy or it's just the default.
Exactly. But you stick with something because it's hard.
Right. There's an element of friction implied. You're pushing back against an alternative.
Yeah, like in a business context, a company doesn't just keep a strategy. They stick with it when maybe the shareholders are getting nervous.
That's a great point. It signals a kind of resilience. You could say something in an IELTS exam, like, despite the initial bugs, we decided to stick with the new software rather than reverting to the old system.
And that shows determination. But it could also have a negative side, right? If your manager says, we're sticking with this vendor, and the vendor is just awful.
Then it sounds like stubbornness.
Precisely. It's that refusal to pivot. Okay, so let's move to something that's on the complete other end of that spectrum. To go for it.
To go for it. So this is making an attempt at something, but the key is without hesitation.
Yes, it's the opposite of trying. I find that trying is so passive. It almost protects your ego in case you fail.
It really does. I'll try to apply for the job sounds so weak.
It sounds like you're expecting to be rejected already.
But if you say, I'm going to go for it, the agency shifts completely to you. You're seizing the opportunity.
A mentor would say this. You have 90% of the qualifications for that senior VP role. Don't overthink it. Just go for it.
It cuts right through all that analysis paralysis. It's about action.
So, what happens when that action doesn't work out?
Uh-oh.
That brings us to our next phrase. To go bust.
To go bust. To lose everything, fail completely. Specifically in a financial context.
We have the legal term bankruptcy, of course. So, why do we need go bust?
I think it's more visceral. Bankruptcy is a legal process. It's paperwork. Go bust sounds like a balloon popping. It's sudden, final.
Yeah, it is. It's the moment the lights go out. You hear it in the news all the time, right? Boom and bust cycles.
Exactly. And in an IELTS response about the economy, it sounds very natural. You could say something like, many analysts predict that several traditional retailers will go bust by the end of the year.
It just has a finality that struggling doesn't have. If a company is struggling, it might recover.
If it goes bust, it's over.
All right, so from total failure, let's pivot to massive success. Giant leap.
A giant leap. A very, very large or significant improvement.
And it's impossible not to think of the moon landing, which gives it that sense of scale.
It really does. This isn't just a big step or, incremental progress.
No, this is a paradigm shift. That's a perfect way to think about it.
So if your team learns a new keyboard shortcut, that's not a giant leap.
No. But if your department moves from manual data entry to, say, automated Python scripting,
that's a giant leap for efficiency.
Exactly. It paints a picture of a before and after that look like two different worlds. You use it sparingly for maximum impact.
Good advice.
Okay, let's shift our focus now. Part 2, social dynamics and reactions. So we're moving from the boardroom to maybe the break room. And our first one is a personality flaw, a sore loser.
Right, someone who gets angry or annoyed when they lose.
And it's really important to separate this from just being competitive. A competitive person hates losing, but they use it as fuel.
Whereas a sore loser externalizes it. They make everyone else miserable. It's a lack of emotional regulation. In a professional context, you see it when someone gets passed over for a promotion and then starts bad-mouthing the person who got the job.
Oh, that's a classic sore loser move. It's unprofessional and it just destroys your reputation.
The opposite would be being gracious in defeat. So you could say, when the contract went to the other firm, the CEO was careful to congratulate them, not wanting to appear as a sore loser.
It shows high emotional intelligence. It's a really useful phrase. Now, here's one that can be a little tricky because of how it's used. To give someone a hand.
Right, because give me a hand almost always means help me.
Exactly. But in this context, it means to applaud or clap for someone.
The context is usually the giveaway. I mean, if someone's on a stage after a performance and the host says, let's give them a hand.
You're not supposed to go help them pack up their instruments.
No.
You clap. It's often give someone a hand for something, which signals applause, versus give someone a hand with something, which means help.
It's a standard master of ceremonies phrase. Please join me in giving a hand to the logistics team who organized this entire conference.
It feels a bit more formal than just saying, let's clap.
It invites a communal act of recognition.
Mm-hmm. Now, speaking of recognition and reflection, let's talk about to look back.
To look back. To think about something that happened in the past.
But it's more than just remembering, isn't it? Remembering can be just recalling a fact. Looking back implies reflection, a shift in perspective.
Yeah, that's the key. There's analysis or emotion involved. You might look back with nostalgia or regret or cringe.
The source example was, when I look back on my high school years, I cringe at my fashion.
Which is perfect. You didn't cringe then, but you do now. Your perspective has changed.
This is so useful for an IELTS speaking answer. Instead of just listing events, you frame them with your current wisdom. When I look back on my time as an intern, I realize those tedious tasks actually taught me discipline.
It turns a simple story into a narrative of growth. It's much more sophisticated.
Okay, now we have to issue a bit of a warning for our next phrase. It's high voltage, to piss off.
Right, to annoy someone or make them angry. And we have to stress, this is slang. It's informal.
Very informal. In a conservative business environment, this could be a really bad move.
It's all about register. Saying the client is irate sounds professional.
Saying the client is pissed off.
Sounds like you're venting to a colleague after work.
But in a high-trust team, it can be used to cut through the jargon and signal a red alert. It really pisses the client off when we miss the deadline without giving them prior notice.
You're not sugarcoating it. You're conveying the true severity of their anger.
But the rule of thumb should be, if you're not 100% sure, just don't use it. Stick with furious or livid.
Much safer.
Okay, our final phrase today is a bit of a cultural artifact. Talk to the hand.
Oh, this one. I mean, we need to be real here.
We do.
If you use this seriously in 2026, you will sound like a time traveler. It's incredibly dated.
And incredibly rude. It's so dismissive.
The professional equivalent, the serious version of this behavior, is stonewalling. That's when you refuse to communicate or cooperate. Talk to the hand is the childish version of that.
So why learn it? Well, because you might hear it used ironically, or you could use it descriptively to explain a situation.
Exactly. In an interview, describing a difficult negotiation, you could say, there was no room for discussion. His attitude was essentially talk to the hand, just shutting down all debate.
It captures a very specific type of immature dismissal. But please, don't actually say it to someone.
Not unless you want to find out what going bust feels like on a personal level.
Good advice. Okay, that covers our deep dive, and now we are going to test your understanding.
It's time for the interactive quiz.
I'll read a sentence using one of our phrases, followed by 3 options, A, B, and C. You just have to pick the one that matches the meaning.
And I'll repeat the key phrase while you think. Feel free to pause if you need a moment. Ready?
All right, let's start. Question 1. Despite the initial failures, the board decided to stick with the current strategy for another quarter.
Okay, so stick with. Stick with. Are they changing course or holding firm? Stick with.
Is it
They chose to modify the plan significantly?
they decided to continue using the original plan without changing it? Or option C, they agreed to abandon the project entirely?
Stick with.
The correct answer is B.
They decided to continue without changing. Remember, A is pivoting, C is scrapping the plan. Sticking with is staying the course.
Question 2. She wasn't sure if she was qualified for the promotion, but her mentor encouraged her to just go for it.
Go for it. Just go for it. Think about that energy. What is the mentor telling her to do? Go for it.
Is it
To attempt the opportunity immediately without any hesitation.
To carefully analyze every potential risk before proceeding. Or option C, to decline the offer politely.
Go for it.
And the answer is A.
Attempt without hesitation. Option B is analyzing risk, which is the opposite of the spirit of go for it. It's all about action.
Question 3. The analysts predicted that without a government bailout, the bank would likely go bust within weeks.
Go bust. The bank will go bust. Think of that balloon popping. Is this good news or bad news? Go bust.
Is it?
It would experience a sudden and rapid increase in stock value.
It would merge with a larger competitor. Or option C. It would lose all its assets and suffer a complete financial failure.
Go bust.
The answer is C.
A complete financial failure. Option A is a boom. Option B is a merger. Go bust means it's the end of the line.
Okay, question 4. The invention of the microchip represented a giant leap for modern technology.
A giant leap. One giant leap for technology. Think about the scale here. Is it small or transformative? Giant leap.
Is it?
A very significant and transformative step forward in development.
A minor adjustment that improved efficiency by a small margin. Or option C, a theoretical concept that was never actually put into practice.
A giant leap.
The answer is A.
A transformative step. Option B is just an incremental improvement. A giant leap changes everything.
Question 5. Don't invite him to the game night. He is known for being quite a sore loser.
A sore loser. What does he do when the game doesn't go his way? A sore loser.
Is it someone who cheats repeatedly in order to secure a victory?
Someone who becomes angry and annoyed whenever they are defeated. Or option C, someone who refuses to play unless they are guaranteed to win.
Sore loser.
The correct answer is B.
Someone who becomes angry and annoyed when defeated. An important distinction from A, which is a cheater. A sore loser might play fair, but they can't handle losing.
Question 6. The audience rose to their feet to give the orchestra a hand after the symphony.
Give the orchestra a hand, give them a hand. Remember the context. What do you do at the end of a performance? Give them a hand.
Is it?
They offered to assist the musicians in packing their instruments. Or, option C, they applauded enthusiastically to show their appreciation.
Give them a hand.
The answer is C.
Applauded enthusiastically. In this context, giving a hand is all about applause.
Question 7. When I look back on my time at university, I realize how much I have grown.
Look back. When I look back, is this a physical journey or a mental one? Look back.
Is it?
When I physically return to visit the campus location.
When I reflect on the events that happened in the past.
Or option C, when I try to forget the difficult memories of that time.
Look back.
The correct answer is B.
When I reflect on the events of the past. It's that mental act of review and gaining new perspective. All right, final question. Number 8, the constant construction noise starting at 6 a.m. really started to piss the residents off.
Piss the residents off. Piss them off. Think about that intense, informal emotion. Piss them off.
Is it?
It caused them to feel intensely annoyed and angry.
It made them consider moving to a different neighborhood? Or option C, it encouraged them to wake up early and be productive.
Piss them off.
The answer is A.
It caused them to feel intensely annoyed and angry. Option B could be a result of that feeling, but it's not the definition. And C is, well, it's definitely not C.
Excellent. If you manage to navigate those nuances, you're doing fantastic work with this advanced vocabulary.
Absolutely. Remember, knowing when to use which phrase is often what separates an intermediate speaker from an advanced one.
We hope you take these phrases and, well, go for it in your next conversation.
And don't forget, a great place to have those conversations is SpeakDuo.com.
Thanks for listening. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye for now.